Alright, I think we're good. Welcome, guys. Sorry I'm running a little behind. Needed to get more, a little more sleep. But I ended up, from yesterday, I ended up going through an intern just to make sure it's saved, and didn't crash the game, and it's good to go. Nothing really else happened over the intern, other than I am upgrading Tor Ekhar here to tier 5, so I got rid of the growth buildings, and I'm just moving some heroes around, still trying to get these guys to recruit a general that has the Sword of Cain. And then I guess this army's coming down to attack me, but other than that, we're just picking up right where we left off. Oh, and I'm 99% sure they're going to attack me here soon. So that's all fun and games. Let's see.
Hunger for souls.
Yeah, he just needs to play.
Just a sign.
Actually, you can come here.
Time to decouple.
My divine master. Come.
Here we go. That'll just increase our speed for everybody, make everyone faster. Alright, what do I want to build? This would be good because it's the local province and not region, so it'll help everybody make more money. And then we can build that building there. And yeah, increase more cultist capacity, that would be good. Hold off on that in case we're going to be attacked. Good and good. Alright, we do need to get NKari down here.
How divine. This will serve.
Nice. It's literally just spears. Well, we ain't gonna take medium casualties, I'll tell you that. There we go. There it goes. Thought it was gonna crash on me. But yeah, we'll have this lord stay up north and deal with people up there. We'll send NKari south and deal with Count Noctilus. If I say that right, Count Noctilus. Trying to still debate on whether or not just reviving
The base one.
Alethanar would be a better idea in terms of getting the Sword of Cain. Excuse me. Hey, Shots, how we doing, man? Sorry, I didn't see your message. It it wasn't popping up, which is I just refreshed like my YouTube studio and it popped up. So thank you for being here, man. Alright. I gotta do a pin message. Alright. Sorry. I woke up at like 5 this morning to get my stream up and going, and I was exhausted. I was up till like 1. So I slept for like another hour or so, and then took my time getting the stream ready.
Pain and despair.
Which, throw them on guard mode.
Marauders of Slaanesh.
They'll try and flank me, but that's okay.
For Slaanesh. Marauders of Slaanesh. All will suffer. Chaos will reign.
Chaos Warrior with a whip. Luckily they have the defender trait.
His minions.
Alright.
Warriors of Slaanesh. Pain is
Let's put you guys over here. Throw our Heartseekers over here. The side I was just on, basically.
The aesthetics are lethal.
great horned one.
Alright. And it'll like expand out, basically. Oh no, I'm a very morning person, but I'm definitely a morning person versus a afternoon person. I did not sleep well last night, and I didn't get much sleep because I was playing. I'm playing oh, I can't show you because I'm not on the main menu. I'm playing a Wolfric and a Malice Darkblade campaign in my own time, just because I haven't played as any of those kind of like factions yet, really, like ever. So I'm, experimenting and testing them out and all that good stuff. So, and it turns out I really like Malice. He's so freaking strong. But yeah, other than that, it's just I get carried away. Like I've been playing different campaigns. I've been playing different games. And I'll cycle them through, and I'm also we got like for like the Christmas special with HBO or whatever, we got HBO like for another 3 weeks. So I'm zooming through Game of Thrones one last time before we lose access to it. So. And with that show, like once I get like started on it, it's hard for me to just stop watching it. This should be just enough to get the movie. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be binge watching the piss out of it, but I'm not sure how long I'll stream today. I want to stream for a while anyway, but I know my wife and I have some things that we do need to take care of today, so it probably won't be terribly, long of a stream. But at some point, I won't be able to just keep playing today, unfortunately, that I usually do, because I'll usually like play, take a little bit of a break, or play, I'll like stream, take a little bit of a break, and then and by that I mean go spend time with the family and eat and just get away from the screen a little bit, but Hey, welcome, welcome. Come on, it's a large unit. So he should be getting the plus 25 like melee attack.
Flay their minds with elegant style. The bringer of temptation. I agree.
Yeah, they're coming at me now. Okay, good. But yeah, appreciate everyone being here so early this morning. The frames or the bitrate's back up today, which is good, but my CPU is running quite high today. Can never seem to have everything just be perfect lately. I can still run circles around him. Yeah, just hold off on them. Because thing, they can do almost 60 damage a pop now. They can do a shit ton of damage real quick to some units. Come on, bitch.
Sorcerer of Slaanesh.
Nice.
Graceful dance.
Spread decadence and depravity.
One more hit. Or just from the soul siphon. There we go.
Desire no surroundings.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry guys. I imagine that was loud, I apologize.
Tender of soul.
Ugh, but I feel better. Much, much better. Alright, come on, just 17 winds of magic to overcast it from 5 to 8 damage per second is Shadow magic used to be really freaking good. Till they nerfed the pendulums swing. They nerfed Pit of Shades, I think, a little bit. Oh, thank you, thank you. I do feel better. Oh, it's still good. What? No, no doubt about that. It's still a very good lore of magic. It still slaps. Ha. Alright. There we go. It helps when they have, you know, just only infantry. You...
Slaanesh, behold! Fueled by pain!
You disagree that it's good or disagree that it's bad? Sorry.
Dark sorcery unleashed!
Hey, Anon, welcome, buddy.
All for the prince.
I mean, it's. I'm saying like I'm not saying that it's not bad. I'm saying that it's not as good as it used to be.
The prince of pleasure's caress.
That's all.
Heart seekers of Slanesh.
134 speed. God damn.
Torture sweet kiss.
Things are freaking flying.
Agonizing death.
And I was gonna take medium casualties in this fight. Unreal. Medium casualties, my ass. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good Saturday, having a good start to their Sunday. I have to do some adult things later. It's not really insurance and work crap. I'm not looking forward to that. But I also spent like 10, 11 hours on the computer yesterday, so I guess I got my fill here and there. All right. I've been getting pretty lucky in this campaign, though, in terms of items. I've gotten quite a few good shields. Quite a few Armor of Destinies already. Normally I see maybe one of those in a campaign, if that, if I'm lucky. Excuse me. Take them.
I shall spill your guts in such pleasing.
There we go. Ooh, another one, a jet. Very nice.
Such insights to tempt you.
Go ahead and force march. Good.
Time to indulge.
All right. Yeah, do that. That's a good one. All right. Could give him the wand of jet. Can't believe that's a blue item. But all right. And just keep hoping they bring that chick back with the Sword of Cain. I mean, worst case scenario, I subjugate them. And, you know, I trade them a few settlements so they can grow and they potentially re-recruit her that way. Because they can afford more troops and whatnot. But I'd really prefer not to have to go through that extreme.
March, my children.
Are you tempted?
Okay, let's check buildings. Yeah, money's always good. Growth is fine. Growth is fine there. Okay, awesome. Let's check diplomacy. I'm trying to be better about it.
Old sawbones.
What? I'm feared by all.
No, alright. Let's make NKari's army stronger. But yeah, it's only a matter of time before the vampire fleet here attacks me, or declares war on me at least. Let's get all my devotees back from them. And that'll be good just for the capitals anyway. And let's move on. So in case you guys weren't here yesterday, the Sword of Cain is currently in like this faction's like general pool. Interesting. She was recruited and then replaced with like their actual like faction leader, and hasn't been brought back out since. And so I'm just trying to get them to get that general to basically be re-recruited so I can steal the Sword of Cain from them. But so far they've been pretty stubborn in not re-recruiting her, so I'm thinking of just subjugating her, or subjugating the faction actually, and trading them some settlements, just as on the off chance they actually re-recruit her, and I can then, you know, betray them and attack her and steal it.
Excess.
Alright, need to come down here and deal with them. That's what that general can do. Good. Yeah, money's not too bad right now. That's gonna get attacked and probably sacked, or at least taken off my hands again. Alright.
Time to savor.
Yep, hit points is good. 'Cause that's gonna be our Mortis engine.
am irresistible. This I know.
Alright. So what I'm going... Stay in my territory so I don't take any
Wait but a moment, sire.
damage. But
Will
ooh,
they be dispersed?
there we go. Boot you out,
Time to decouple.
and then put
Ready to
that Allurus in there.
like the lash.
Make everybody faster. Good. Alright, let's just go through our buildings again in case I missed something. Okay.
Bringer of sensation.
Because I really can't afford to just keep this army around here. Hey, Georgie, how we doing, buddy? Yeah, I just don't know if that's actually working, because they're just recruiting different lords. You know, not from their recruit pool that they already have. And she's just not bringing this, you know, the faction's just not bringing back the Sword of Cain.
Slaneshi Herald
Alright. Tell you what, let's
of soul flame.
subjugate him.
Feel my power.
With a 1660 super. That's better than what I've got, so...
March
I really wish I could...
on clone.
Not that I
foot.
couldn't do it, but
Sorceress of the dark
wouldn't be the best
one.
idea for me to spend a bunch of money on upgrading my system. But I wish I was in a position where it wouldn't be that big of a deal if I did. Because we're also moving back to the Midwest, I believe, this year at some point. So getting getting a whole brand new system up here and set up, it kind of defeat the purpose at this point, because it's I have a six, what do I have? I have a 1650 GTX, because I need a new graphics card and a new video card that goes with it, and I want to upgrade the processor chip. And you can't, with the GPU and the video memory, you can't upgrade one without the other. And those two pieces are one of the more expensive pieces on a PC. So I just, like, the pieces I'm looking at, like the 3 pieces that I want to, like, really make everything run super smooth, like 1080p, 60 FPS, like everything, like no frame issues whatsoever, is like another $800 to $900 US dollars. The video memory, oh well, when I look at like parts picker or whatever, they say it's like 2 separate pieces that I have to pay for. So between those 2 and the processor, because I have an i5 and I want an i7. That replenishment would be nice, but all that other stuff to get there is just not really worth it. I would like the everlasting gift.
What wickedness we shall sow.
I'm also not like very computer savvy, so I'm sure I will mess up or am messing up a lot of like lingo on how things work. But yeah. So when I bought this was the stuff I have now was like a pre-built setup, and I even asked. I was like, hey. Oh yeah, like if I'm not streaming, it does really, really well. Like if I'm just playing just me, like it's not a problem. But I do have it handles streaming really well. It handles just playing by myself well. The only thing that I have to do is I do have to downgrade some settings, like graphical settings. So like. That's why too, like, I'm not really too like upset about it, you know, because like at the end of the day, it's not gonna like, geez, they're just attacking me everywhere. Because at the are you on ultra unit size? Yeah, I'm on ultra. I'll go in there and show you here quick. Where is it? So I'm on custom settings. I'm on. There's only 2 things that I really have is the unit detail and the texture quality, which is even downgraded to medium. And then I have unit sizes to ultra. But as you can see, everything else is really low because it just doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough kick to stream it. But like, for example, like if I am just playing it myself, right, I can bump those up to like medium or high. But then if I stream, I have to reset everything, and I just don't take the time to do that because I don't want to. You know, plus I'll forget to do it is the other thing, is I will 120% forget, like, oh shit, like I'm streaming today, which means I have to, you know, change a bunch of settings. But I mean, with that, like, that's another reason why I'm not too like worried about it, because the game, you know, the game does run fine, like while I stream. You know, it doesn't look the greatest, probably 100%. But the things that would be changed if I did upgrade the system is just really hard to justify spending like $800 on. Because like my GPU is fine, but my video memory that is tied to it is not. And when I bought the pre-built system, I even asked, I was like, you know, I'm not like computer savvy, so, you know, just be blatantly honest with me. Do I need to spend more money initially now, or will this setup run this game perfectly fine. And I showed at that time like the Warhammer 3 specs were out and everything. They're like, oh yeah, you'll have no problems. And then obviously got into streaming, and I was having problems, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And it's my video memory is just not enough. Like my GPU is fine, it processes everything, and then the video card just isn't able to spit it out basically fast enough. Because it just doesn't have the capabilities to do so. So just occupy it. Ooh, Helm of Discord, not bad.
Greater secrets are mine alone.
Nice. Yep, Rapid Ruination is good.
Divine.
It is something though, like in the future. Alright, we're gonna recruit and disband. It is something in the future I would like to do though. I just would need to be able to justify again spending that kind of money to upgrade it, basically. You know.
An irresistible sensation.
1650 is the most used GPU. Yeah, it's not like an amazing GPU by any means, you know, but at the same time it's very reliable, you know. I've I can play almost any game that I really enjoy playing and not have a single problem. Which as a streamer, they're putting a reload reduction banner on that. That's funny. Don't get me wrong, I would like to upgrade stuff, but it's just really hard now, again, to justify spending that kind of money on something that's, you know, part-time and a hobby as of right now. Mainly, too, because, you know, my wife and I have a 3-month-old. We're going to be moving back to the lower 48 here in 4 or 5 months, which is going to be a pretty hefty penny. But yeah, it is definitely something, because I have friends from college too that are, and one friend I've met up here in Alaska actually that are really computer tech savvy, you know, kind of thing. So I've talked to each of them, you know, to them about it, and so it may be something that I do later this year, maybe early next year. It just kind of depends. It depends really how well the channel does, I guess. Because again, my computer, the stuff I do when I just play it myself is fine. You know, I don't really need anything better than what I already have if I'm just playing and watching somebody else stream or watching you know, Netflix or whatever on my other monitor. I just don't need it. But it's if I want to, you know, if YouTube just starts taking off, you know, people really come back into Warhammer, or, you know, just the channel starts picking up momentum or whatever, you know, all that kind of stuff, then yeah, it'll be something well, you know, this is doing better. I can justify, you know, spending the next $800-900 that I need to upgrade it to make it better for you guys, you know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Good.
Your sin is my command.
He needs a... Discipline isn't terrible either, but Sleek is... I really like Sleek for the speed. Good, and then we can get rid of some units. Alright. I do need a siege attacker.
Who will slake this herald's fast?
I can afford them. Hey, almost welcome, man. Between regular people and tech-savvy people right now, tech-savvy people know exactly what they can't afford. That's true. And my problem is I want to go out and get those parts like really badly. I really, really do. But see, this is my luck. Is like everything, like, because I've been wanting to get these parts for a while now, right? Like I've known I've needed to upgrade my computer in order to have better performance for you guys, right? Like I've known that pretty much since I started, but I've never like taken the plunge into upgrading it, because like I know as soon as I do that, something is gonna come up and I'm gonna need a good chunk of change to fix it, right? But of course I haven't done that, and I haven't had to do anything with that. You know, I haven't had to need a big chunk of change. But I know as soon as I be like, alright, you know, everything's fine, everything's calm, stable, let's upgrade the shit, you know, and then it's just gonna, you know, something's gonna happen. Alright, let's, yeah, gotta find charge. Make these units better. If the channel takes off more, it'll probably pay. Yeah, exactly. You know, it'll, you know, it's not gonna immediately, you know, dude, but yeah, I mean, that's what I talked to my wife about, you know, when I started streaming. I told her, you know, we kind of, because, I mean, obviously, like, this takes up time, you know, and it's time that I could be with her or with friends and whatnot, and so I try and juggle with work and family and streaming and whatnot, and I tell her, you know, like, you know, this is, you know, I've kind of, like, had a deal, I guess, you know, like, this is a hobby, you know, and if it takes off, like, I'll put money into it at that point, but if it doesn't, you know, I basically won't put money into it until it starts giving me money, if that makes sense, you know. Because this can, gaming can be a very expensive hobby. Can be a very expensive hobby.
How divine.
And I give my wife a hard time at times for buying things for, you know, for us, for the family, for our kiddo, and I mean, some things are like, yeah, we could probably definitely use that, and other things are a little bit of a stretch, but I give her a hard time anyway. And so it's hard to, it's one thing to justify, you know, like some clothes or something, but it's hard to even be like, hey, I spent like $900 on some PC parts today. You know what I mean? Alright, let's... Alright. You gotta be kidding. Alright, whatever. Alright. Is he's not a Mortis engine. Okay, never mind. Alright. Get rid of you two.
Violence. Now you are ready.
Move! I implore.
Oh, you just got recruited. Okay. Chaos Sorcerer. Discipline. Yeah, Discipline is another one that is not terrible.
Let us stave off the deed.
Okay. And not, you know, I shouldn't be too picky. Not all of them need to be sleek or disciplined, but it would be preferred, I guess.
All powerful sorceress.
Everyone wants me to kill Count Noctilus, so I can do that. Let's see. Yeah. Could get a war mammoth. It'd be pretty dope. But I think that's all I can do. Let's move on. The kid will outgrow all the closed PC parts or investments. Right. But the thing is, like, the investment has to be paying off, you know? You can't, you know, think of it as a company perspective. You can't keep buying new buildings and new equipment for a company that isn't growing, you know?
Pure, unalloyed sensation.
Yeah, they're having fun now, but NKari's about to come through here and just shut them all up. I don't even know what his defeat rate is. I'm about to find out. But yeah, it is something I would like, because my wife did get me like a external hard drive, like a terabyte of space. So like initially I just had everything on my actual computer, right, and it obviously was really full all the time. But now that I've able to put like all my former videos, my thumbnails, all that stuff is all on my external hard drive now. You know, for space purposes, and it's given me like 180 gigabytes of space. So it's definitely made a pretty big difference in to how many games, you know, I can actually have downloaded on my Steam account and everything. But it is definitely something I still need to, you know, basically just get some more growth into the channel and whatnot before I start making some large investments like that.
Feasters of the more we do it.
Okay. No, we also don't have much money.
They will never
Grab another one and then hit the road after that. Alright.
Embrace.
Excuse me. She can play cleanup duty out there. Let's send this guy down this way. If they keep coming over here and sacking Trilinia, like, we're just gonna let them basically, and get Oath 1 figured out and get that taken care of, and then we'll move on.
For souls. Bring ruin.
But I mean, and also like, you know, the channel has seen a decline in growth, but I also didn't stream for almost 4 months, so I can't just, you know, throw that up to, you know, just me being a bad content creator. I don't think of it that way anyway. Because, you know, if obviously if we weren't having a kid, I wouldn't have stopped streaming. I would have kept streaming because we were doing pretty well. Nice. So this will just help with global recruitment and local recruitment. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, they're just rolling around and getting like all the small cities that don't really matter. But yeah, I would ideally I would like to get a i7 processor that can do like 3.6 or 3.7 gigahertz per second. I think the one I have now does like 3.2, which I mean isn't bad, you know. But again, like it's basically any upgrade that I would do is just I guess every upgrade except one thing I can think of. Every upgrade would basically just to clean it up and make it look cleaner for you guys, which obviously I understand would make a better experience for you guys. But one thing that would be better for me and for you is getting like an actual microphone, just for better sound quality. Because now I got a like $30 camera, a 1080p camera that has a mic in it, and that's what I use for my mic. All right, bitch.
Slaves to darkness. Time to
You're dead.
such agony.
I just gained like 40 freaking
a new pleasure.
yeah, allegiance points. Leadership.
Delectable.
Get rid of the growth buttons. Keep them till we get that back up, which it obviously shouldn't take long.
So good.
Good.
That is not wonderful.
So they can't recruit from the gates.
I must hate. At last, I am unleashed. The greater secrets are mine alone.
Good. Alright. Now you
Slaneshi Herald.
come this way and play cleanup duty.
Desire.
Noble.
Yeah, so he's gonna be the one that keeps. So I'm hoping anyway. The next lord that they would recruit
Pain of sand in wounds.
will be someone. Or the next lord they recruit is because they can afford it, but one that will be the one that has the sword of Cain, and then we betray her and kill her. Yeah, go ahead and upgrade that because they're not on that side.
Behold the Black Court. Few see its splendor and live to tell of it. Yes.
Hey, good morning, Dave. Yeah, welcome everyone who's joining the stream. Good to have you. Alright. I probably could even do his, well, not now because we're damaged, but his Wit Stealer battle is really not that difficult. Excuse me.
You desire fornication.
Yeah, I don't want to potentially lose the Helm of Discord.
Such insights to tempt you.
And let's move on. But yeah, they're gonna be done for. Because the Cult of Pleasure is gonna get wiped out by us. The Scipio. I kind of find it weird that most of them are given. Interesting. Most of them are given like Roman names. But yeah, we'll get rid of them off Ulthuan. Go down there and take, not the Awakening, the Galleon's Graveyard, and that other like weaker. Okay, she's already Marathi's already here, but we'll be fine. It doesn't look the best right now, but more battles just means more devotees. Alright.
This will fail. No.
Just a sign.
Nice. Nope, nope. Growth. Good.
Flash.
We keep.
It is agreed.
Get growth back up here. Get Lothern back up to its rightful place.
For souls. Embrace the lost.
Okay, now we can get rid of these. Just make room for something else.
Slaves to darkness.
Fine with that.
Nothing is more delectable.
Our hovels.
You desire fornication. How divine.
Yeah. Make him more of a beast in melee.
Heightened.
You got 30-60? Holy shit. Yeah, Dave's kicking my ass. Yeah, that's fine.
Summon them.
Yeah, Dave's,
You want me.
kicking out some serious power with that one. Local region, which I don't... I'm not a big fan of their chariots, so I don't really want to... And it, you know, it just doesn't really provide a whole lot.
Prince
Other than that.
Bringer of sensation.
Just let their money build back up. Plus, it kind of acts as a barrier to the north a little bit if someone were to declare war on me again.
Sing the song.
Lull the sick.
Wow, Festus is doing pretty well. Alright, let's move on. But yeah, the big upgrade, I think what I would do is if we hit like we would definitely have to hit 1,000 subscribers before I talked or even seriously considered upgrading my PC, which I haven't checked in a while. I'm kind of curious, because for a bit there, I've been following like how well Warhammer 3 is doing on Steam charts. And for a little bit, it picked back up very briefly. But I think on average, because like I'll check when I get home too, you know, on the average or how many people are currently playing and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so in January, it peaked back up a little bit. But it has started dipping down again. Yeah, it was up almost 2,000 players the month of January compared to December. Yeah. And now it's, on average so far though, it's starting to dip down again. But I mean, it's plateauing out on like 30,000 people playing per day, which, I mean, is still a pretty good number, you know, considering people aren't expecting a DLC for God, who knows how long.
In my excellence.
What the fuck is she doing down here?
Failure.
That's weird.
Just a sign.
Yeah, just get it growing.
The
Alright, you come in here.
Lord,
Actually, lay a trap.
thirsty. Excess. Slobber every surface. Every sense
Do growth.
to save. Delectable.
I'm actually kind of surprised they took the time to occupy these settlements. Most of the time, the AI seems to just want to sack everything and then bail. Yeah, do... I think have money would be good. Yeah, that'll be good because that's for the whole province. Good. Hey, Crowther, we need more lemon pledge. How we doing, man? It's good to see you. We'll just hold off on because whatever provides there, and really it's only going to help that one building. So let's just hold off on it. We can get more money from him too.
I seek stimulation.
I'm doing good. Yeah, I had to take some time off. My wife and I had our first child, so it took a while to kind of figure out, you know, a schedule and a routine and whatnot. So I was gone for quite a while, really. Ended up being late. It was like late October. So November, December, January. So 3 months. Solid 3 months. I was MIA. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's she's great. We got a little baby girl. She's awesome.
Time to savor. How divine.
And so this week, well, not this coming week, but last week was the first week I really have been like back, into Warhammer. So I really would like that replenishment rate, but that's 24 turns for 6% replenishment. But tell you what, I do have quite a few Heart Seekers now, and that gives them, more speed and less upkeep.
It is as intricate as it is beautiful.
So I think that's all I can do. Hopefully they take the bait and go somewhere stupid. These are gonna act like barriers for Marathi. Alright, you need to build the fucking Shrine of Cain and give me the Sword of Cain. But alright, let's move on. I need more coffee. Have I tried Radius or SFO? No, I have not. Not yet, anyway. It is on my to-do list. On my ever-growing to-do list of things. But yes, it is something I want to check out at least. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to wait 24 turns for 6% of replenishment. Nope. I saved his ass from the High Elves. And he got pissy because I just tried to get the Sword of Cain. Declares warned me, takes 4 or 5 of my settlements, and now wants peace for like less than 1,000 gold. But yeah, starting this week too, I'm so Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are the days. I had it backwards when I talked about it the other day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then on the weekends are going to be days where I stream, and Tuesdays, Thursdays will just be days that I kind of play for myself, and in the like play the game just to play the game at night for myself, and make videos like short little. If I find something interesting that I think you guys will find interesting or things like that, I'll make a little clip of it, you know, of other campaigns that I'm playing. But yeah, I need to get back into the working out and back in shape mode. So I am going to be dedicating a few days a week to that, and on the weekends as well before I start streaming. So I won't be streaming, you know, 5 days a week like I was before I was gone for those few months. So, but that is my plan moving forward. Hopefully, with the more content being made, the more streams going out, all that stuff, the channel will, you know, pick back up again, and start growing and all that good stuff. So, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. I think, you know, I think overall it was fortunate that, you know, Warhammer 3 hasn't like completely stalled out. I thought it was just gonna keep tanking, right? Like I thought we were gonna be looking at like 10,000 people playing the game at this point, right? When they made that announcement about the next DLC not going to be out for like 6-7 months, I was like, oh, that's going to kill the fucking game. But I'm actually kind of surprised that it's plateaued pretty evenly at 30,000. Because like I'll check like Warhammer 3, right? And then, excuse me, I'll check Warhammer 2, and for the majority, like, people are not going back to Warhammer 2, which I thought was going to kind of happen, but it's not. Which is, for me anyway, it's a good thing to see.
Yes.
Yeah. What do they even all have? They got a lot of, like, weird random things, but they also have Dark Conduit. I need to get rid of the Marauders. I know I would do better though too, and I can't be lazy with 2 full stacks sitting nearby. Yeah, we'll fight it manually. So I'm hoping, and my prediction is, as you know, because I imagine CA will be smart a little bit about it and start dropping hints. About the DLC, like, hey, like, maybe not like, hey, this is the DLC, but like, hey, like, we're getting very close to releasing it, right, or whatever. Like, I expect that'll start happening in like March. It'll probably come out in April, so we got like two months, right? So they'll release a statement in March, you know, saying their typical crap about, oh, you know, hope you guys are doing well, just letting you guys know that we're working really hard on blah 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 blah. But then, like, that's gonna start, you know, since it's kind of, it's stayed right around 30,000 people. Like, that's gonna slowly start bringing people back, and it's only gonna grow. Especially, I mean, the first DLC is gonna bring people back for an extended amount of time, and it's gonna bring back the stream, like, big name streamers, right? You know, I imagine. I mean, I'm taking a guess. I'd imagine, like, Zerkovich, Okoye, Tariff, Dame Offensive, like, all those guys are going to start picking it up more. If they already don't have access to, you know, if, hypothetically, it is Chaos Dwarves, that they already don't have access to it and they're playing it now. You know, that kind of thing. So, I would just be very surprised, not you. In regards to that, you know, like, which I imagine we're gonna have a pretty good idea based on how they're feeling about it. Just with, okay, just with their general attitudes, you know, revolving it, you know, but obviously we'll see. But I think it's would be a safe assumption that I would imagine it would be Chaos Dwarves. I don't know why it wouldn't be at this point. If you guys look in the Wasteland area, they already have they already have, you know, a bunch of references there. It was referenced in Warhammer 2 of the Chaos Dwarves in general were there, and the placeholders are already there. It just would make sense that that's the first one they come out with, basically. So, you know, that's right from the get-go. It's gonna bring a big influx of people back to the game, right? And so I think it's you know, any other time of the year, if basically, you know, it was great timing by our child to arrive, because any other time I think it would have really probably killed the channel, because I would have had to like stop streaming. But I think with how CA is going about it and whatnot, I think it'll be pretty good timing in terms of being able to see a bunch of people coming back to the game. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Back to the game. Alright, let's just get them fucking moving.
Rapture and torment! For Slaanesh's pleasure. A divine sensation.
I think the modding community has keep the number steady. Yeah, I mean, the modding community saved the realm of chaos, in my opinion. I'm sure a good chunk of you guys would agree. I mean, the realm of chaos was fucking doomed, and the modders in that at that time saved the game 100%. When the no Rift mod finally came out, oh man, I guarantee you that saved people's enjoyment of the game, because I mean, it saved mine. Speaking from personal opinion, it saved my attitude revolving the game, because I mean, I was playing it, I didn't mind it. The reason I didn't mind the Realm of Chaos before the no Chaos Rifts is because I never played into the Chaos Realm itself. And then once the no Rift mod came out, I was like, oh, you know, I'll give it a go. You know, like, why not? I'll give it a go and see if it's really as bad as they say. And it really was. The Slaanesh one, especially after they nerfed the Slaanesh one, because I used to do the Slaanesh one just to get the Sycophant banner or Slaanesh's blade or something like that, right? Like, didn't mind doing that one because it was good, you know, it was worth it. It was worth your time to get it. But after that, man, it was just, when they nerfed that and got rid of that, I was like, okay, like, making my enjoyment of it go ever increasingly downward. And then it just got worse, you know, it really did. Yeah. A bunch of the chaos stores named already. Yeah, I mean, one of the settlement is like the Gates of Zar, right? Which Zar is the like the Chaos Dwarf like settlement there, or like name, right? I think. So, I mean, a lot of the stuff is there already. They just need to literally change the name. You know? Just need to change it to Chaos Dwarves instead of a greenskin faction or whatever it actually is at the moment. So.
Onward! Power of Slaanesh! I shall dance.
Yeah, I imagine some of that stuff will get filled out as well. Going to what you're saying, Anon, about it being kind of empty. Yeah, I imagine it'll be something they definitely adjust.
Sorcerer Slanesh. The Dark Prince empowers me.
Nice.
Sin and depravity! We go! Most cert! Absolute obedience!
The serpent strikes!
Repulsive and alluring.
Let's get him to break.
Faster. We are in agreement.
Good, they're rampaging.
Time. Indeed, my prince. Agreed. Warriors of Slanesh.
Nice, that was a good hit.
Torture sweet kiss.
Yeah, they just aren't as they aren't as tanky as the Heartseekers, the Hellstriders.
The Prince of Chaos rises.
There we go. And no one got wiped out. You get rid of them. Nice. That way he gets a healing. Maybe. Come on. Good. Come on. Fly. 172. Oh my god. Look how fast he is. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, they removed the rifts. They added the one button respec mod. Like they made a lot of, for the Realm of Chaos at that time, they made a lot of quality of life game options at the player's disposal. You know, a lot of the things that were already like modded in Warhammer 2 that you could put in, a lot of people just, I think, myself included, thought they were just going to be part of Warhammer 3 because people used them and liked them so much. And then when they weren't, it was like, okay, like whatever, but they ported them over. It makes sense that it's empty, but it's point from gameplay. Yeah, that's one thing too I really hated in the Realm of Chaos was that everything was like at least almost 2 turns to get to the next settlement, you know. Let the game have 500 or whatever, settlements. Like that's fine, Like I'm not a whole map conquering type player anyway, because I don't want to spend 600 turns on a single campaign anyway, But I mean, yeah, you can fill it in with, to make it, I guess, lore friendly. You can just put more ogres in the area, more greenskins, that kind of thing. Portals are very annoying. Just build anti-portal building without mods. Yeah. But even that, like, I mean, I feel like that. I mean, I built that building freaking everywhere. But like, I also hated it because it was such a, like, you had to have that building, right, to avoid the nightmare that the portals were. But at the same time, you wanted to use that building because you didn't want to deal with the portals, but it was also, for some settlements, it was a very important, like, building slot that you didn't want to have to waste that on, kind of thing. Do scouting. But yeah, I haven't touched that campaign since. I don't think I ever will again. I have no desire to, you know. I just don't care to play that one again. Physicals are okay. Yeah. Okay. Is that the chosen? Yep, 1, 2. Man, these Chaos Warriors are gonna be zooming around that map.
The Herald of Slanesh. The glorious obscenity of war.
Good. No.
Slaneshi
Good.
Herald.
That and Bellicor being your reward is pretty lame. Yeah, Bellicor would have been a great reward if he would have been not like another Daniel, you know, like if he was actually unique or you know, it just provided some extra like cool aspect to the game, and it didn't. It was just like, hey, here's Bellicor, go have fun, and it's like, that doesn't help. Why so many casters? Well, the caster there is just for the Lord. I like caster lords overall, and really the heroes I do it, which I need to get rid of this cultist one too, but it's for the sleep trait. It provides the speed, and I like the Allurus. Or Allurus is in my army. I usually try and do 2 in each army, because I'll give the ability the Locust of Grace, which provides melee defense and physical resistance, which is awesome, but also the Locust of Beguilement, because it decreases leadership, and like more about why Slanesh. Oh, I like Slanesh. The magic for Slanesh. I used to hate it, but I don't mind it as much. It helps that they've improved the Lash of Slanesh for one. It's not terrible anymore. And the slicing shards are really good. I like because it does 100% armor piercing damage. You can, you know, if you set it up right, you can get a ton of kills. With those spells. NKari seduced you. I've come around to it. Like I'm not like I used to be like, no, shadow magic is 100% better than Slanesh magic, but I'm more like meh, you know, like it's really, for me, it's more about the trait. Yeah, the Lash of Slanesh used to be absolute fucking crap. It just was garbage, but I noticed that in like the first few battles of this campaign that it was just doing more damage. So but yeah, typically, I mean, later in the campaigns when I'm playing as NKari or Slanesh Slanesh Sigvald, which I actually haven't played as him yet. But a lot of it is just about getting the enemy to rout really quickly, and then doing, you know, the medieval 2, you know, getting 1,000 captives at the end of the battle, with your whatever cav or chariots that you have, you know. So it's really, you know, shock and all kind of tactics. So, you know, you got to have a little bit of a tankiness, which is what one of those casters are for, and then all the leadership, all the debuffs. With Warhammer 3, I've really become a huge fan of area debuffs. I mean, Nurgle was like my first one I really enjoyed, And then Slanesh took me a little bit to kind of understand like how to really use Slanesh, you know, effectively. You know, because coming from Warhammer 2, I was like, oh, they're a cav and chariot based faction, which means they're gonna be absolute shit, you know. But I've come around to it, and I do like them a lot. All right. What do I? Whitefire Tor will be better. Tactical faction now. Oh yeah. So that is from the legendary lore mod I play with. I've read a bunch of these. So with the lore mod, basically each time, depending on the faction you play, you know, if it pertains to the faction or if you recruit a unit, but if you like capture a settlement, that's really important. So if you are playing as the Greenskins and you take the Black Crag, you know, an event will pop up. But it's just a way to, if I can scroll on, it's just a way to basically educate you on the lore of stuff, because I'm not a very lore savvy person. So like when I play by myself, I read a bunch of these, and it just kind of helps me learn a little bit more. So, because when I first started playing and people were talking about stuff, I had no idea what they were talking about. So this kind of just helps me learn as I'm playing.
Prince's Herald.
The Tempter Lord.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Their secret. I shall taste.
Good.
Time to savor.
Yeah, make him more of a tank. Yep.
You may bow. Such insights to tempt you. Excess.
That guy is really starting to piss me off. But the good thing is, I think we got this under control. So let's send him back to the east. And start dealing with Bretonia over there. NKari will, you know, play cleanup duty here.
Yes.
She's coming down here. Marathi's finally coming over here.
I refuse this insolence.
But yeah, if I mean, not even necessarily if you are a lore noob, but if you just enjoy reading.
All-powerful sorceress.
We got you, bitch. We got you. Yes. I've been trying to bring this chick back for like 30 turns now. They've been in the damn recruit pool with the Sword of Cain. Okay.
Depravity reigns.
Okay. The problem is I really want NKari to have it.
Excellence.
Fucking hell. Thank God. Cause yeah, I don't want her to have it. But at the same time, I can't really afford to take NKari and just send him up there to do it. Cause there's 2 armies, well, 3 armies, cause Marathi is coming down here too, to deal with. But I also can't really afford to let him just keep recruiting for her.
What is your dark purpose?
It sparks no joy.
Son of a bitch.
Supreme
The good thing is
sorceress.
it's on a sorceress, so she's gonna be fairly weak in terms of being hit.
I must.
Yep. All right. Full send it. We're doing it.
Raise the pleasure dome.
Alright, we're gonna take that from her finally. 'Cause everybody hates me anyway. I'm a demon faction. I would have liked NKari to get it. But let's kind of see what they do. As in like Marathi does over the end turn. Because NKari might be able to go up there and get it. But it's just very, very unlikely. Plus, the armies down there are not the strongest. It's not that they have a bunch of armies, it's just that they got a bunch of crap armies. And it would make frickin' NKari unstoppable. With the Sword of Cain.
The Dark Prince promises ecstasy.
Sure. It will suck that I will be backstabbing a vassal, but at the same time, I don't really care. Yeah, that's fine.
Unspeakable depravity awaits.
Alright.
My divine master.
Okay.
Grace and cruelty.
I think Carl's alive. Yeah, he's got like one settlement left, it looks like. They got Dark Conduit, that's why
Visions predict fate.
that's helping them out quite a bit. Cause yeah, they're... I really would like NKari to get it, but that's at least 4 turns, and it's just not a priority.
Palace. Yes.
Let them take the Vol's Anvil, I guess. Oh, see if they go for it. Fall 4. A little bit of a trap. Good. Alright.
Such insights.
Oh, I'm coming for you, bitch. You done fucked up, Aaron.
They are blind to us.
I imagine they'll go for the Shrine of Kurnos. But...
Artisan of pain.
Do go on. This will be most enlightening.
1 turn. She has 1 turn. Okay? She has 1 turn.
In camp, behold my
Balake?
sensuous
Oh, you've never seen that that video? What is it? Key and Peele? Aaron? It's like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a classic. You gotta watch it. Just type in Aaron. Type in Key and Peele substitute teacher, and your life will be forever changed.
pure.
I didn't even see him sneak in there.
Sensation.
He's just an
Rejoice.
annoying little shithead, ain't he? Oh, see, you're good.
I have met you in dreams. Now,
Sure. Everyone's gonna hate me soon anyway. I wonder how many agreements are gonna be declaring war. Oh no. Everyone's gonna start hating me anyway. But we're just gonna have to start dominating everybody. I just don't want her to. Sure. I just don't want her to die though. Is the thing. That would be very, very unfortunate. Is if she would somehow get killed before I can actually take it from her.
What do you seek?
Okay.
Prince's Herald.
Okay. Okay. So.
I see. Bring ruin.
I'm fine with that.
Behold my wrath.
There we go. That's what I wanted to get.
Greater secrets are mine.
I wanted to get the, whatever the bloody trait is actually called in this game. Good.
NKari comes.
No, that's garbage anyway.
Bow.
Absolute rubbish. No. Vols. Yeah, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Considering we're being attacked like every freaking turn over there. Alright. You take this back for the 10 millionth time.
Feast upon their sin. Slaves to darkness.
And then he's gonna go east, deal with Bretonia being frickin' nightmares. Alright, let's pop that down. Yep. Yeah, there's some Carl. Good job. Alright, you. 'Tis time.
The Black Court is a dangerous place. Very well.
The Herald of Slanesh.
This is... Oh, and I got a Tormentor sword. Oh, man. This is the first time, I think, ever... Like, literally ever since I've played Warhammer in the last 4 years... that I've purposely... am taking the Sword of Cain. They even had to ask me twice. Did I get 2?
Delights without boundaries.
Oh, no. It, like, popped up there. I was like, oh, shit. I must have gotten 2. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, give her more ward save. Nice. Nice. Some spell resistance, I guess, wouldn't be the worst thing. Very nice, very nice.
It will be a pleasure.
Oh man, I'm so happy. I'm trying to get it in my my Malice campaign, but I keep getting like attacked on. Like I go on one end, put out a fire, and then people on the other end attack me, and it's just back and forth. Good. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. All right.
Why, yes.
I could summon a disciple army too.
The new avatar of sensation.
Yeah, that's right.
Slaneshi wind.
Act as like a little bit of a protection, a little bit of a barrier. Give some more replenishment that way. No. Good. Alright. Oh, that makes me so happy. You guys have no idea. But alright, I'm gonna hit the enter and I'm gonna go make another cup of coffee. My wife's awake, so I'm gonna say good morning to her, but I will be right back, guys. Just 1 second.
Contest of the perfect prince.
You wish to join my young? If you displease me further, you will.
Alright, I'm back. No. No, I need to take my settlement back from him. First total game for level Shogun 2. Oh man, I started back when I was like, oh god, like 7? Or 6, I think actually, was when I first started. Whenever Rome 1 came out is when I started playing it. We got it at my house because my dad was a big history, like big history, like buff guru, like whatever you want to think of it as. And he kind of instilled that in me. And yeah. So I mean, he got that for himself, but because of that, I really got into it.
Grace and cruelty.
Short-sighted. Make this quick.
I can dominate them again already.
To oversee.
Nah, I want those settlements. I want those settlements.
Bringer of sensation.
Valiant defeat. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Sweet, sweet suffering.
Time to endure. Don't
Oh, I'm coming for you, bitch.
This can never come to pass.
Come up here. We'll take Musa on.
An irresistible sensation.
Yeah, they need to heal a little bit. Oh yeah, I mean, GameStop used to be like the thing.
Grant ex.
Alright, can she do this herself? Maybe not all herself, but it'll be pretty darn close. He's also on his Necrofex Colossus. Rank 34, wow, look at him. He's gonna regenerate. But she's also gonna hit like a truck. It's mainly because I'm damaged, but do have a good amount of magic. Do have some spells I can use outside of the Sword of Cain. We'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Ow. Ooh. That's a little hotter than my last cup I had. Whew. Oh, okay. Sorry. It's been a long time since I've done a Elf Gate. But I'll probably only stream for like another 2 hours maybe. I gotta get to... my wife's got some homework to work on, and I got to get some insurance stuff figured out. So we got like 2 hours or so. And that's on me. I should have gotten up when my alarm was set and not slept, you know, not started my stream for another hour and a half after that. That's on me. And so I apologize for cutting you guys short. I just need to be better about going to bed at a better time. Alright. There are towers. Okay.
Warriors of Slaanesh! Marauders of Slaanesh!
I shouldn't need them. But also don't do what I just did because they have some army abilities that will hurt me very badly if I do something like that.
Born to suffer. Spearmen, marauders, the pangs of suffering. Marauders of Slanish! Endless craving. Marauders
There we go.
of Slanish!
He won't get hit by it. Okay, yeah, we're fine there. Good.
Heart seekers of Slanesh.
And not in range of anything here. Good.
Marauders!
Just make it a really
We
wonky
desire torment.
checkerboard-ish formation. So basically, no matter how they do it, they won't hit 2 units.
Agony and ecstasy.
There we go.
Souls for Slanesh.
All right, let's see what she can do. She does have a potion of healing.
The herald goes.
I wonder the next Total War. I don't know.
Everyone must die.
I hope it's another like
Anguish.
strategy-based game. Personally, I know a lot of people kind of like the. I don't know like anything about 40K for one thing, but like I know a lot of people like the 40K like Demon Hunter game, right? Me personally, I am not a fan of those kinds of games. I just never have been. But I get I'm probably in the minority. So, you know, that is what it is basically. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could see them doing a variety of things. I could see them doing a Warhammer or Warhammer 2, what can I think? A Medieval 2 remaster or a Medieval 3. You know, especially with because like all those games, you know, were on an older engine, and now they could use like the Warhammer gaming engine, right? So I think there's just a lot of potential there that they haven't touched with. I just hope whatever game they make, I think one thing for them that would be a really beneficial thing for Creative Assembly is whatever game they make next. You know, if they use the same Warhammer engine or, you know, whatever, just make it more moddable, because that will bring more people to the game, because people will then want to make, you know, like a Lord of the Rings game or a Game of Thrones game or whatever different kind of mod. They'll want to use, you know, they'll want to use a newer gaming engine. Other than, you know, Rome 1 or Medieval 2, you know, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I hope they're just smart about it, basically. You know, she is for 30% word save, 55% physical resistance. None of them have magical attacks, so we should be blocking. Guess her melee attack isn't very high, but still. Yeah, maybe she's not gonna do so hot. Yeah, she really not. Already have to pop that down. Core third age over to a new Medieval 2. Yeah, like just think of, she's not gonna win that. Think of like how good, if you guys have played it, like Third Age Divide and Conquer is a great mod, but think of like what they could do with that game with a Warhammer foundation in terms of adding faction mechanics, better diplomacy, better campaign movement tactics, all that kind of stuff, right? It would just, I feel like it would just open a floodgate of possibilities for different mods. But they just, and I don't know, like, I'm not a modder, and I know it's very difficult to do, and whatever Creative Assembly has decided to do with Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 3, they've made it very difficult to mod or impossible to mod, which is why people have to use the older game engines. But I mean, it would be a huge way of people, like, if they're not playing Warhammer, who cares? But think of how many people probably have bought Medieval 2, potentially, just to play Divide and Conquer. Or, I mean, I bought Attila to play some different mods. Like, because I had watched people play Rome Attila before, and I was like, yeah, it's not, it's basically Rome Barbarian Invasion, just on a newer engine. I was like, yeah, that's not really for me, but I got it to try out some mods. Ended up not really liking them, but I bought the game so I could have those mods, I mean, it...
All is lost.
Yeah, not giving you that and the Sword of Cain. You fucking wish. Yeah. Yeah, they have that with, like, Barbarian Invasion, like Rome 1 Barbarian Invasion. I know that's like the Huns and whatnot, and not Mongols. But I think what they need to do, what would be cool anyway, would be just a whole world like do it like medieval, like if they would do Medieval 3, right? Do Medieval 3, but include like what's going on in the whole world, right? Like, don't just do Europe for Medieval 3. Do what's going on everywhere in the world at that time, and just make it a giant world interaction with medieval times, because I mean, I think they really screwed up with Three Kingdoms. If they would have made that more sandbox type like every other game they had built, I think that game would have done extremely well. But I think if anything they should have learned now too, like people that play like Total War don't really like small scale type of things, right? They like it. It's not that people won't play them, but it's just not. It never gets as much player, as big of a player base and player retention. So they're never able to see the same amount of people basically stick around. Like Troy is really good, for a select player base, but it's not for everybody. Like I've never bought in Troy. Like I'm not gonna spend $60 on a game like that. I'm just not, because those games, one, they're much smaller scaled, and for me personally, I just feel like they have a much higher chance of just being dropped right away. So like I don't want to like. I'm kind of particular on the games I enjoy and buy, right? So I'm not going to spend my money on a kind of a side game, basically. I'm not going to spend money on a side game that's going to be dropped in 1 or 2 years, versus a game that is probably going to get a bunch of updates, like Warhammer 2, Warhammer 3, all that stuff. Like, gonna get a bunch of DLCs and stuff like that, basically make your money worth it, If I want to spend $60 into a game, I don't want to put 60 hours in and call it good, Like, I've already got like 1,200 hours into Warhammer 3, and that was because I had to take 3.5 months, 3.5 month break, And we're coming up on a year of the game, so what, 8.5 months. You know, I've put in
Pure, unalloyed
take the
sensation.
replenishment. I've put in quite a few hours. You know, it's I really enjoy it. And I haven't even played all the factions because they've had updates and changes, and I play those factions that I really enjoy again. You know, and it's just it's really fun.
A crescendo of pain and pleasure.
The Dark Prince promises.
Interesting. So yeah, I don't know what they would all do. You know, I hope it's just bigger scale. Bigger scale, bring more people into the game. You know. Yeah, because I need seekers.
I exist to serve and be served.
What do I need? Recruit rank wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Do that one, I guess.
It is as intricate as it is beautiful.
The Herald of Slanesh. Spreading seduction.
Good. You.
Prince's Herald.
Here we go. That'll help a lot too.
Such wondrous suffering this will bring.
You will serve.
Why don't I have access to Hellstriders? Ah, that's why. Because they are besieging me. Is this like their only settlement too?
What the?
Oh, sure is. Sure fucking is.
Delectable. Does more sleep bring
Nice.
the sea closer?
Oh, I'm coming for you, bitch. Wow. That must be like a,
Such
the right of the War Master or whatever, army.
delights without boundaries.
Tempted.
Slaneshi Herald.
The cult of pleasing perfection.
Get rid of you and then build another one.
Name it, and it shall
Build
be
you.
the cult of plentiful
Build
excess.
another one. Do money. Good. Alright, yeah, just keep putting out a bunch of little fires.
Profit from your stupidity in coming here today.
10 turns. Yeah, I can make that last for 10 turns. Just in the meantime, while I deal with other people.
Avidity is your weakness.
But as soon as we clear this mess out over here, we'll go right back to kicking their ass. Good. let's do looting and sacking one actually, because I do a lot of that. I do more sacking than I do looting, so let's do sacking first. Get some more money from that. The next turn we'll clean up this mess. Work with this general cleaning up them. And we'll move on. So I think a Bronze Age Total War would be cool, a large map. Having each empire have their own gods or mythology. That would be, yeah, that'd be cool too. Like, I'm a huge, like, history, mythology, like, kind of fan. So, I mean, they could do things with Egypt, things with Rome. I mean, they already kind of have. But, like, the thing is, like, you could take stuff they do in Rome, but make it, like, with a newer engine, they could make it more, more important, I guess, you know, like in Rome 1, you know, like with the different temples you could build as a Roman faction or as Egypt, you know, like all of those were like, yeah, they were cool, but they never really like, it was never like a, well, what's the word I'm looking for? It was never like a crucial part of your campaign, right? Like you could pick any of like the 8 different temples for Egypt, and like, yeah, it'd be cool, but it was never like, it was never like a crucial part of your campaign, like ever, you know. It was just something you could do if you felt like it, you know, whatever. You never had to build it. But I just think like stuff with like a Warhammer engine where you have faction mechanics, you know, you have you have a special resource that you're trying to get, you know, all that stuff. Like, think of, I mean, think of it like, okay, right off the top of my head, right? Think of, take the Kislev mechanic, right? Of gathering supporters, right? So think of that like you're gathering supporters. Take that with a Game of Thrones concept of, you know, earning the right of the Iron Throne, right? You know, because you want to get support from the people, but you also, you know, and you can, you know, you can, I don't know, just throwing it out there. You gain support by capturing settlements, being nice to the people, you know, depending, you know, if you sack a settlement or raise it, you know, it'll, you know, kind of affect how people view you, that kind of thing, right? All that kind of stuff would be freaking amazing, you know. But again, I think it's something Creative Assembly needs to realize, because, like, at the end of the day, like, at some point, you know, like, just think of the, you know, people, like, at some point, basically, just suck it up, you know, like, realize that, hey, maybe people aren't as into Warhammer 3 as they would have hoped, but we can get people to buy the game to play a mod, right? You know, at least then people are still buying, you know, spending money on their product, basically. You know, at least they're still getting something out of it. That's why they wanted peace, because it's their last settlement.
Time to indulge.
Let's do the Locus of Grace. Yes, missile resistance, because he's a big boy now. And let's take you off and make you a Chaos Steed.
How divine.
Yep. Make your army better.
Stronger.
Okay. And yep, Shrine of Assyrian is fine. Just hold off on that for now, because it's probably going to be attacked before I get there again.
Artisan of pain.
Good.
Never.
And let's... I haven't checked diplomacy in a while. You can pay me more than that. No, they can pay me.
Siren of
I love Beastmen.
Yes. Take what's there. Speak.
Yeah, anyone that's already a vassal, it's not really important because I can't vassalize them. They're just out of money.
The 4 token.
But yeah, damn, look at that. That was amazing. That'll be good for money and building costs. Money. Good. Good. Hold off on that. Good. Good. All right.
Greater secrets are mine. Alone.
But yeah, I just think, like, especially going with the idea, you know, that Warhammer 3, right? Like, this series is done with this game, right? So, either at some point at the end of Warhammer 3's life, which hopefully is, you know, 4 or 5 years down the road, or I guess it's already in, so, you know, 3-4 more years, you know, being fleshed out with DLCs, you know, they do something where it's like, okay, you know, this series has run its course. Let's open it up to the community and make it super moddable. You know, people have had their time to play the game. We've gotten as much money out of it as we can via DLC. You know, all that stuff. Like, you know, we just have not. You know, we're done with it. You know, like, let's open it up. That way, again, even though they're not coming out with more product for it, they make it moddable for other people to adjust it. And then people start buying the game again just to play those mods on a newer gaming engine, right? Because at some point, some company is either gonna... I feel like they'd be stupid not to. Some company, probably Amazon. I think it's going up to the next level. Oh no. Yeah, upgrade him. At some point, more likely Jeff Bezos is going to nut up and buy the rights to one of those freaking things. I don't know if it'll be Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones, you know, something like. At some point, someone's just gonna say "fuck it" and do it, and you know, if it's not already an option out there for someone, and I think whoever, you know, again, just decides like, hey, you know what would be a really great idea? Let's just let a game that we're already going to play or allow it, you know, to be available for people. Let's just make it super moddable so it'll bring more people to the game. Mind blown. Or lose out on the opportunity and let some rich dude buy the rights to it and make even more money off it, you know?
This is a soul banquet to feast on.
I don't know. I just think there's a ton of potential there that, you know, not only Creative Assembly, but other people are missing out on. Like, you know, obviously it's very expensive to do it, and it's going to take a very specific person to have the funds to do something like that. But, I mean, it's something like once you have it, though, man, like the possibilities are just going to be freaking limitless, you know?
Summon them. You are summoned.
I don't know. It baffles me that they haven't done it yet, basically.
Seeking sweetest.
Especially since Amazon is now going into the Lord of the Rings show that they, you know, are producing. You know, like they're already starting to hell yeah, to get into that. You know, like it's, I don't know. I just think Creative Assembly's window for things like that are it's running slim. You know, like eventually someone is gonna nut up and buy the rights to it, and then they're gonna miss out an opportunity. You know, to make them to allow their game that people would have to buy to be modded, and instead there's just gonna be a straight up standalone game. But you know, who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe they're already planning on doing something like that. I doubt it, but you never know, right? Let's see. What do I need built? We got quite a few money buildings. Also wouldn't mind in increasing my hero capacity, so let's do that.
Mission. Perfidious winds. Slanesh's courtesan. On the tides.
Okay.
The cult agrees.
Get you ready.
Name it, and it shall be done. Every step agony.
Alright.
Let me imbibe your essence.
Nice. Bunch of lovely garbage crap there. Patch our also messed up with Dark Tide. They took out features had and went radio silent when the community bitched about the missing features still not in. And that's what I hate too, is that and that's my problem with games like that, Anon. Because Fortnite's like that too, right? Apex, you know, like you can, oh, the whole thing to bring them in is like, oh, the game's free, but if you want this cool thing, or you want, you know, whatever, you have to pay $40 for it, you know, and that's how they get their money off of it. And I just hate that it's a lot of those games, you know, are just a pay to win thing, and I don't want like Total War to become a pay to win type of, you know, like when people think of Total War, I want them to think like strategy, you know, you know, actual thought, like Dark Tide isn't. Well, I mean, like, okay, I should take that back. Like, not that Dark Tide is free, but a lot of games like Dark Tide, I'm saying where it's like shooter based, you know, kind of things, right? Like, I know this game wasn't free either, but like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right? You know, like that stuff. Like you bought the game, right? It was like $60 or whatever. You play the game. That's awesome. It's fun. Whatever. But at the same time, like all the stuff that they would bring into the game, like you had to buy it. It wasn't something you could unlock. Which I get that Warhammer does the same thing, but it's most DLCs are not like a straight up pay to win, pay to have this cool feature. You know what I mean?
Deeps shall be your watery grave.
And you know, it's just.
Once you die,
I'm afraid that how many turns? I still have 7 turns. Okay, I'm just afraid that that's the direction that whatever type of franchise that Creative Assembly goes down, that they're going to kind of, you know, kind of do that kind of thing. You know, where it's like, hey, like the game's gonna be free, but in order to have, you know, this, and this, you're gonna have to pay for it, kind of thing. And I think that will. I don't know. I don't know.
the sun bleak
just not something I would hope they wouldn't do, I guess. But you know, I'm also not the you know, I'm not the millionaire sitting at the office deciding what to fund, you know, because they're a company, they're gonna do what makes them money, and I get that, but it doesn't mean I can't be hopeful. Yeah, because Cavill,
With vigor.
which I think The Witcher is gonna, on a side note, the show The Witcher is just gonna fucking plummet into the dirt, getting rid of Henry Cavill and replacing him with Liam Hemsworth. I think it's just not gonna be the same. And then, you know, Henry Cavill not playing like Superman anymore. Like, for him personally, like, I mean, one, who wouldn't want to be Superman, obviously, but like in his mindset, right? Like, him already being like a Warhammer like nerd guru, like, I mean, he's already set for life, you know. Now it's just like, dude, I can do everything Warhammer. You know what I mean? Like, his availability just drastically opened up. And the good thing is, I think he's someone that, you know, by the sounds of it anyway, he wants things, you know, to I take the hero.
My divine.
You know, he wants things to actually be lore accurate, which is good to
Yes,
hear.
dark prince.
Hello. Yep. Welcome. Let's go ahead and
The
build that
cult
one.
grows.
Good, just keep growing.
For souls. Yes.
Die, bitch.
Behold my wrath.
That's crap. If it was like an area of effect, that'd be one thing.
I'm to savor.
But it's not. Alright, do the leadership. One for his army.
Greater secrets
Good.
are mine. Alone.
And screw it, we're doing it. I think. Where are their armies? Hold up, before I decide that. Okay.
Knows my fate.
The agony is to come.
Nope. You can go away.
Excess.
You're dead.
Nothing is more delectable.
Alright. I freaking hate it when they're able to do shit like that.
So many
We'll get more replenishment though, I guess, but still. I hate it when they get booted all the way around. Good. Oop. Okay. There we go.
Slaneshi Herald.
Raise the pleasure dome.
The Tempter Lord.
Not bad.
Time to indulge.
Yep, that's fine. Alright.
Excess.
For the 400th time in this campaign.
Feast upon their sin.
Appreciate ya.
Pleasure hall. There is
We'll upgrade that finally now because he's finally going to move east. Yep, give him more health. No, put her on the steed.
Embrace the lost.
Good.
My sense heightened.
Our new landmarks juicy for Slanesh.
So
They have one at Ulthuan. It's for like their chariots. Provides, you know, some money, but overall it's okay. It's nothing great. The other ones though I have not captured. I'm not really sure. Most of them are up here in Sigvald's area, I think. I've been playing a why can't I think of it? A Malice Darkblade campaign in my own time, and there are a few Slanesh landmarks up there that I haven't like figured out what they actually provide just yet.
Voyaging. Cultist of the perfect prince.
But
A voyage.
No, I am the lion.
The cult of unfettered pleasure.
yeah, we're getting there. Alright. Everyone's moved. Good. Yeah, Ulthuan is about to become all of mine.
Prince's herald.
NKari needs a new freaking army. We've gotten some crappy items. Let's merge some things. That's pretty shitty. Okay. You already have magical attack. You don't, and you're sleek. So let's give you. There we go. Alright, let's move on. Oh yeah. I really like NKari's faction. I would definitely recommend a playthrough. It takes a little time though to just understand how to play with it, because it depends on your play style. You know, if you're a dwarf / camping kind of player, you won't like NKari at all. But if you're kind of open to more different types of strategies, or you really like just blitzing the piss out of someone, so if you really like Khorne, playing with Skarbrand, you'll like NKari. It's kind of the same idea, but it's more about like mass routing the enemy versus just beating them to death. I'm a Snowball, expanding, playing Tomb Kings. What else do you think about me? Okay, then I don't know if NKari will be for you, but so Slanesh's whole thing, because they're heroes, I think one of the holy shit. All right, yeah, get back over here. He's not gonna make it. The army's not gonna make it to the settlement on that side with how damaged he is. I think one of these heroes has it. Let me double check. Oh no, it was the other one. So occasionally the heroes can get a event will pop up, and it'll ask them basically if they want to get like a enemy leadership debuff in the area, or a leadership bonus to your own army, or in the region. Which I always go for the army debuff, the leadership debuff for enemies, because it's really what Slaanesh thrives on, right? They're a blitz, heavy hitting type faction. You know, they're not going to you know, just sit back and let you kind of grind it out and see who's going to beat you like Nurgle will, you know. Their whole purpose is to basically mass rout you, and just hit you so hard, so fast you don't know what hit you. Because like Slanesh's Slanesh's spells, right? deal with leadership debuffing, right? A lot of the Sephoric Musk abilities is a melee like debuff, right? Melee attack and defense debuff. So a lot of it is, I mean, I do use like Chaos Warriors to kind of hold the line, while the Heartseekers just kick their ass from behind, because a lot of their cavalry and chariots have some form of like ability based on how many kills they've done, or in case this one is like wavering leadership, which all the lords too become a mortis engine within 35 meters of any unit that is wavering or lower than 50% of their base. So it's a very fun faction to play, in my opinion. What do you mean as in same as in Realm of Chaos? Hey, Kashi. The other thing too I really like is their oh yeah, same, yeah. I don't know if it depends on just randomness or if it's a certain level, but it'll pop up and be like, you know, whatever event, it'll be like plus I think it's like +6 leadership for your army or -6 leadership for the enemy in a region. And like what I'm doing here is like areas that I'm not really too focused on right now. I'm trying to build up their seductive influence so I can, you know, vassalize them and make more money, because they've adjusted how much money you get from vassals as well. It used to when the game first came out, it was basically useless to get vassals because they would give you next to no money. You were just wasting time and effort on it, but they've adjusted that now too.
And it shall be done. Go with grace.
Yeah, because I'll be declaring war on quite a few people. I mean, they're a faction too. Most times, I know I'm fairly lazy with it, but you should manually fight a lot of battles. Your armies will perform a lot better if you do. There we go. Just because you can, you know, the Heartseekers are really good in auto resolve, but overall it's much better to fight them manually. Just so you can actually see, you know, your what's the word I'm looking for? How the army kind of works together. Slaanesh, or not Slaanesh, but NKari himself, like his faction, also got a massive upgrade when they are now allowed to actually recruit chaos units.
Inscrutable excess.
Initially, they could only recruit demonettes or marauders, but since the Warriors of Chaos update, they're now able to recruit Chaos Warriors and Chosen, which was a huge positive for them. Because basically what you would run into the issue of is you would have Marauders to, you know, be your frontline infantry, while your Lords, Heroes, your Chariots, your Cav units, you know, do all the big damage dealing, right? But the problem was you know, later in the campaign, your infantry would never hold the line because they couldn't, because they're going up against stuff that was just too much for them to handle. So big improvement for NKari specifically, because obviously Sigvald already never had that issue because those were his core units, you know. Keep you there. Alright, you.
An orgy of violence. This is
They're
war,
finally done
Slanesh.
and dealt with. Good.
Cultist. The cult disagrees.
You want me? Take their baubles.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes, plaything.
Good. More leadership. Enabling foe isn't terrible. Good.
You desire fornication.
Yep. Chosen warriors.
Another desire fulfilled.
Come.
Good.
On to another. The cult yearns us move.
And walls for sure here.
So good.
Alright, what else can I get? I might actually save the money so NKari will have enough money to recruit what he needs. Wouldn't mind... Yeah. We don't really get a good garrison out of that, do we? Ever. Good. Alright, and everything else is good to go, I believe. Yep. Alright, they'll be dead next turn.
Master.
You can recruit a
The
cult,
cult
or recruit,
pleases
establish a cult,
perfection. Lady of
and very
the
slowly we'll start seducing factions. Because it's a really fun way to, you know,
The cult of endless delight.
be at war with someone without being at war with them, if that makes any sense. Because by the time you actually get to them, they're already ready to be your bitch. to put it bluntly.
What wickedness we shall sow.
Alright. Yeah, money's not becoming an issue. We're getting tons of devotees, excuse me, each turn. Might actually be able to recruit another army here. Not too soon. Or not too far out. I need to start doing that at, you know, before I start ranking them up.
Break any mind.
I still have never really used this feature, the save character feature in my campaigns. I've started remembering to do it while I'm playing, but then when I play that same faction again, I completely forget. Yeah, let's move on. Main problem for me in my campaign was I created a Heartseeker spam and sent them to fight minor city battle against Kislev with Ice Witch inside. Yeah, you still need to have, in my opinion anyway, more of a balanced army. Cause like if you spam their chariots and their other cav type units, you run into the same issue that Bretonia has, in that it's a huge micromanaging nightmare. You know, it's just you can't really enjoy a fight because you're so worried about, you know, forgetting to move a unit basically. And it's not as bad now because since the minor city thing has been adjusted, you're not always fighting sieges or siege battles. but it's still very yeah, it's still go with a balanced approach, in my opinion. Definitely. Because you don't want the I gotta think. You don't want the enemy to be focused on your damage dealers, you know? You want them to be tied up fighting things that they're not gonna win against. Because like the Slanesh like Hell Scourges are actually really good compared to the Chaos Warriors. Like their whole purpose is just to hold the line. Like they got some physical resistance, they got some speed, they're immune to psychology, they got decent melee defense, right? So their whole purpose is not to it is not to be damage dealing, but they also, while the enemy is like, oh shit, like we gotta deal with that unit, right? They're not engaged in direct combat with your damage dealers, right? So while they're being preoccupied, your units are, your damage dealers actually have the opportunity to deal damage, you know. So that's why I think a more balanced approach for the armies is still a better course of action to take than just, you know, spamming one unit or versus the other. But just do money, or get it to tier 3 first. Spamming devotees, the problem with that is more times than not it's just shit. It's shit troops. You can't replenish them. The lords you can never upgrade, right? I primarily use them as basically like Regiment of Renown armies. So like if I take a shit ton of damage in a fight, right, but there's another enemy army like right on my doorstep, summon a devotee army right then and there. Because the other thing too was, the big thing was the devotee armies were really nice in sieges because you know you could run around and capture the capture points before the enemy really knew what was going on. But they react a lot better to it now. So I mean, it's not that you can't do it, but it's a lot harder to do it effectively to end a siege. And they just, you can't replenish them. You know, you can merge units for sure, but you can't ever replenish them. And plus at this point, like I'm never gonna run out of devotees, and I'm using those devotees now to spread. I think of it as like your cult under Empire, like just starting to generate seduction for armies that or enemies that I'm gonna struggle with, that kind of thing.
Moving, my prince. Move, I implore you.
Move, I implore you.
I do need to get rid of these marauders, but
Such tawdry representation.
all right. And now they're dealt with.
Feast upon their sin. This is mine.
There we go. Finally done with them.
The agony is to come.
Good.
Watch me. So good. Expand the truth.
Nice. All right.
Such insights to tempt you.
Just stay here. Excuse me. Yeah, get rid of that. Just stay there and defend that
Want me.
that position. You can come down. Come up here.
On we go.
We yearned for this.
You can stay here because you're gonna be a part of the next army. I won't have money to recruit any heroes. Would like to get his Wit Stealer sword. Also, currently have a mod that adds additional smoke to the gunpowder units. The Vampire Echoes faction is another faction I would like to go through. I played as Silostra for a little bit and liked that campaign. I also like the lore of Depths. I don't mind that lore of magic. Alright. Give me 2 grand. Thank you. You give me 2 grand yet? Yeah, attaboy. How about you? Can you just straight up give me 2 grand? Yeah, buddy. Ah. Oh shoot.
Dominate.
Cause yeah, I really don't have too many enemies right now. Seductive influence. It's been a while since I've dominated someone. I can't do it to them because they're vassals.
No escape.
They're already my vassal.
Slaughter the sheep.
Plus, I'd rather vassalize them so they have to pay me. That reminds me. Oh, no. There we go. This actually might put them over the threshold for next turn. Really freaking close. Do the same thing to Torox. He can't pay me anymore. Never mind. Can you extort money? I'm kind of doing it right now. But yeah, welcome everyone who's joining the stream. Good to have you guys here. Appreciate you being here. Evershale. No, the enemy is right there. Get you to tier 5. Get rid of the growth buildings. Anyone having public order? Yes, they're having public order issues.
What decadence?
I didn't want that one. I wanted the pleasure hunt one. Oh well. Still reduced it a little bit. Oh well. Yeah, wow, welcome everyone. Appreciate you guys being here. I don't know if I want to send the Sword of Cain General to the east. Probably should be better off to, since NKari needs to replenish his army a little bit, probably better off to send him down to the rest of Ulthuan. Nope. Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming in. I'm gonna refresh. I know it's been a while since I've. There it goes. Hey, thank you, Mercy, for the raid, my friend. Appreciate the support. I think the game is. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, appreciate the host. Welcome everyone from his stream. Hope the stream was a good one. Do money. Yeah, appreciate the support, guys. if you guys can, I would appreciate if you guys could leave a like and sub if you haven't already. Every little bit helps the channel. I greatly appreciate all of you being here.
Come.
Could get chosen already. Soul grinders are pretty freaking good too. Excuse me. Just save it for now because I need NKari to actually be recruiting this turn. Forgot to ask how much snow. We've probably gotten
What fun we shall have.
probably like close to 3.5 feet of snow this year. We can still see our fence line. Last year it was above our fence line, but it hasn't gotten quite to that point just yet.
Oh, why?
But it's definitely up there. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely up there. Just recruit a few more of those Chaos Warriors. But yeah, appreciate the subscription, Eli. Thank you for that, man.
Perfume arouse you.
Let's check money. Yes, that would be good. Money, 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 money. Good. And yeah, growth replenishment would be very nice. Alright. You've moved your healing.
So mine. Hello.
Oh, you fucking asshole. They got a garrison though, which is good.
Time to indulge.
How many settlements does the Barrow Legion even have?
Say what you must.
2. Okay. Because yeah, we're gonna be at war with a bunch of people over here. Let's come here into an ambush stance. Just slowly start moving this way here. The good thing is if they do land over here, she's not
I desire.
she's not terribly far away from reinforcing. I think that's everybody moved.
Yes! The glorious obscenity of war.
Get rid of you. Come on now. Alright.
Name it, and it
Good.
shall
Oh,
be.
what the hell? Alright, what about the one in Araby? We can
Name it,
we can
and it shall be done.
surely grow it down here.
No.
Yeah, there we go.
The cult grows.
Good. Alright, get rid of her. And then build another cultist building. And we should, yeah, there we go. We got a while to go to get them under our vassalage, but we'll get there. Good, one turn and we'll be able to vassalize Morgar as well. Give me some money. Attaboy. Shortly after that, we'll be able to vassalize Torox as well. Assuming he doesn't die.
My prince.
There we
calls
go.
of unfettered pleasure.
Get rid of you, and then pop this one down again. So yeah, in case you guys are wondering what I'm doing, while these guys haven't declared war on me, ideally I don't want to have to go to war with them. And I'm just... This building will essentially let me keep recruiting a cultist, or getting a cultist every turn, while also providing 6 seductive influence a turn against them. So it'll very quickly... it's kind of like the vessel mechanic is crazy. Oh yeah, it's basically like the 0 cooldown on Under Empires that the Skaven had for a little bit. You vassalize them regardless of how big they get. Oh, exactly. You know, exactly. And like they start, you know, providing you a bunch of. That's why, like, while they're occupied against other factions, because eventually, like, not only having the Sword of Cain, but being a demon faction, like 90% of the factions in the game are going to hate me, right? So, you know, by the time I actually get to them, if it's red territory or just territory, you know, that like, oh, I'm having issues in other places, I can just vassalize them for the time being, go deal with the other people, and then come down and, you know, get rid of the vassalization and then kill them and then go on to the next one, you know? I want him to get the bloody trait. Tiny snatched Alario after she took over the western half of the donut. Nice. And welcome, James. Appreciate you being here. Sure. Yeah, it's crazy, you know, like anyone starts giving you a little bit of lip. There we go. Good. Alright, we're... Alright. No worries, no worries. Aquitaine. I imagine that's... potentially Skaven? Potentially? Cause see, like here, like if I had taken even more damage than that, just summon a devotee army, and it acts as just like a buffer, basically. Is how much we're getting? 443 a turn. Nice. Yep. Leadership is always handy. It's fine.
Slaves to darkness.
Good.
A new power.
Chosen in 2 turns.
You are summoned. Slanesh is young.
So beguiling.
Yeah, he needs to come here, depending on where he goes.
Master.
Service
Also
me.
going to discipline is good.
I will dominate.
Taint flicker.
The herald of Slanesh. Are you like the lash?
Come, come.
They really didn't go through some of the names. It's just like, yeah, people won't pay that much attention to it.
Prince's
all right, yeah.
herald.
Sorry. Recruit and disband 1 of these heroes,
Divine.
and then get this lord to start recruiting
Slanesh.
some. Where are they? Heartseekers.
Who will join my
Heartseekers are by far, in my opinion, their best cavalry out of all their options.
An irresistible sensation. Grace and cruelty.
Yeah, this devotee army will probably get wiped out.
Bringer of sensation.
Name it, and it shall be
Alright,
done.
you come down here, so next turn you can build one there.
Name it, and it shall be done.
Same thing with you.
And son.
Alright. Yeah, wherever they go, I mean, they could probably... They'll be able to sack and occupy Mistnar, or Misnar, I guess, if they want. But other than that, he's gonna eventually run out of places to go. Because I have my bases covered. Damn. Alright. Give that to you.
Taste flesh. You desire fornication.
Good. Actually, give him a Helm of Discord.
Excess. This Wilson.
Yep, that's fine. Okay.
Such insights to tempt you.
Don't really want more than 4. Do another Hell Scourge unit. Or more than 4. It's just... I'm still trying to find like a good balance versus, you know, having too many micromanaging units versus not enough. See what Marathi tries to do. Alright, she's starting to try and evade again. Alright. Good. Oh, fuck, I forgot to dominate, the Beastman. Yeah, that was gonna happen.
Unalloyed sensation.
Excuse me.
Rejoice.
Which, for those of you who, you know, did come from Mercy Stream, I mean, again, I do appreciate y'all being here. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I was gone for like 3.5 months. My wife and I had our first child. So we were gone, or I was gone from streaming, you know, just to be with family and learn the new routine and whatnot. But moving forward, I will be streaming Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I usually start. So here, I live in Alaska. So right now it's about 10:30 my time. So I usually, during the week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I usually start my streams at 5 a.m. my time. And those days I usually I'm only able to stream those days for about 2.5, 3 hours, because then I have to go to work.
Divine immortality.
So, but then on the weekends I still try and get up early. That way I can still get a good time, a good stream in, because I usually try and stream from like 5 to 11 a.m. on the weekends, but today I just did not get up early enough to do that. But that way, you know, I can still stream, interact with you guys, and also spend time with my family and have a day of it. Because I don't really mind basically not sleeping. There we go. So, in case you guys are enjoying it and want to catch me again, those are the days I will be streaming. I've been slacking. I need to make another update on my channel, just explaining my new schedule, but I just haven't had the time. Take that back. Not that I haven't had the time. I just haven't taken the time to do it. Been fairly busy. Alright, let's go into ambush stance and see if we can get this lord to land. And the next turn we'll be on the move again with this general.
They call to you. The
Go.
cult of pleasing perfection.
And I need to start leaving money so I can keep doing this every turn as well.
Every step agony.
Yep. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can get this shrine. I can't. Yeah. I just do growth there. Let's pop this down and see where it takes us. Yeah, sure. Well. Just do that one so we get some devotees. Well, what? I already own, Wintertooth. So I guess get some devotees back. Yeah. Mercy and his crew came over and said hey. So, yeah. Save the revolt. Hopefully we can catch them in an ambush. Yeah, I think that's all I can do this turn. Yeah, there's nothing for like recruitment, increasing slots or anything like that. Vassalize. Yes. Dominate you, bitch. Now I have a forever cash bitch. As long as, you know, he doesn't die. What else can I do in terms of deals?
Tribal fury.
Nothing. Okay. Good. Let's see. I don't think Rag has done stuff in terms of live streams in a while. I think he's still uploading like daily videos and whatnot, but no, I don't think he's streamed in a while. But yeah, I'm not sure what campaign I'll do next after Slanesh. I'm kind of open for anything. I'm doing a Malice campaign in my own time. I just finished a Empire and Cathay campaign. I wouldn't mind doing a Vampire Coast campaign. Interesting. Okay. Greenskins, I actually do enjoy greenskins again, so I'm kind of up for whatever. But yeah, I'm still working on getting, you know, the reputation, not the reputation. I'm trying to think of the word to use. I guess my reliability back up, because I did have to, you know, I was gone for so long, and trying to build up that, like, hey, you know, I'm gonna be here 5 days a week streaming, you know, outside of my full-time job. So again, if hopefully you guys, whoa, what? I just lost like $2,000. You know, hopefully you guys, you know, are enjoying it, and you'll stick around and come back for some more Lemon Pledge streaming action. Good. Let's just hold off for now. Okay.
It pleases the prince.
Because he needs to keep recruiting too. Or she does.
Only absolute supplication will suffice.
Time to
Alright, we got walls there.
cavort. Nothing is
Nice.
more delectable. This is mine now. Delectable. You desire fornication.
Alright. I could get a disciple army here. So he's got what? 19 and 13 is what? 32? And I would have 36.
Greatest.
Nice.
Eviscerate them.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying this campaign, so I imagine I'll do it. Yeah, I'll try. Next week yet, and then after that, yeah, I really don't have a preference, I guess, in terms of what I play next. It's kind of just whatever will float my boat for the day, for the week or a few weeks. Because I mean, since I can't, and it's not that I wouldn't do it. Just go through some levels up here. It's not that I wouldn't, stream longer at certain points. It's just because of time zones, really. In case anyone is new here, wondering like why I don't stream at different, times. Trust me, it's not that I wouldn't. It's that I can't because of work. So, for example, like when a lot of people start their streams, right, is like when I would start mine at 5 a.m. my time, but then I have to go to work, so like really when a bunch of like the Warhammer and Total War people start playing their games is when I have to go to work, just because of, time zones. So, I'm missing out on potential viewers and whatnot because of that, but at the same time, I can't really control that. It's just luck. Shit luck of the. I'm just SOL. It is what it is.
Master, every step, the cult of plentiful excess.
Cause yeah, like down here, I don't, ever have a desire to take this red territory. So let's just vassalize them. Let them maintain it and pay me. Same with the noble wood elves over here. Alright. Now whatever money I have left, I'll use to upgrade a few things. Good. There we go.
I look forward to it.
They could easily take Trilinia here.
It's impossible. You may bow.
Let's see. Alright, let's bring this general over here.
Frolic.
And basically just switch spots with NKari. And we'll end the turn. We'll switch spots with NKari. That way he can get a better army. And just kind of see what's going on with the Vampire Coast and Marathi at that point. But I am getting another itch. Like it's kind of been weird. I don't know about you guys, but I've kind of gone through like some different kind of moods in terms of how I'm playing the game. So like for a while, I was just all about the Warriors of Chaos factions, right? Played through all of them, loved all of them. But then I was like, okay, I've kind of been like playing the evil faction, right, for a while. And then I kind of was like, you know, I kind of want to play as someone else. So then I played as Cathay. I played as the Empire, which the Empires, they're fine now. You guys shouldn't won't have any issues in regards to having a strong Empire campaign. But now I've kind of gotten into a demon kick lately, especially since like NKari, Kairos, Scarbrand, those guys can all get like Chaos Warriors now. Yeah, I've really been like kind of like eyes lit up, like let's freaking go kind of time. Alright, got a lot of upgrading to do. Alright, before I forget, check my heroes. Alright, you come over here.
Name it,
You...
and it shall
Yep.
be done. The cult grows.
Which it sucks I can't reduce the cost of them because, you know, they go away immediately, but at the same time, it's still worth
Divine Master,
going through all of them like this.
the cult of unfettered play. Devotee of the Lady.
And it kind of like with these two, at some point you can just stop creating cults for them because you're gaining so many per turn. It just
The cult of
you'll be, you know,
flesh.
it's overkill at some point. Plus, it actually is letting me use my devotees per turn. Umpire find the catches. You have to learn how it flows, who to attack, and when to attack them. Yeah, especially like, because I mean, you'll pick up too, like, okay, like what factions you want to confederate, which ones you don't really care about, you know, that kind of thing.
Of Slanesh.
Ones that you can just keep reviving and
Herald.
all that stuff.
Drink in my excellence. Deserts are devoid.
That's a pretty dangerous army. He's got a lot of missile units, which isn't a problem, and artillery. He's a bit of an issue.
Let me imbibe your essence.
Never mind.
Artisan of pain.
Flush.
One of Jet isn't bad. Alright, let's occupy it.
Taste flesh.
Get him off the Secret Chariot. It's absolute garbage. Yeah, leadership is a problem. Good. Alright.
Soul.
What does he need? Heart Seekers, there we go.
A gift from my master.
Nice.
Time to savor.
Oh man. He just can't quite reach that. Yeah, get more walls. Just better walls, I guess I should say.
Divine immortality. Delights.
Come here just to protect from them. Yeah, they got the Green Knight. Let's see.
Such insights to tempt you. No.
I know they're just playing a run around with me with that army.
Slaves to darkness.
And yeah, I don't want to leave him there and not do nothing, but he also needs to replenish a little bit. Alright, here we go. I think these are all for the Keeper of Secret units. For them, like all the, you know, they get one use of all these spells. And I don't have very many of them, so that's not really a necessity to have right now. Same thing for that. Yeah, we don't really need a whole lot else. I guess the seduce unit budget wouldn't be terrible, but I haven't seduced or tried to seduce units since like part 2 or 3. I guess, you know, just whichever. This will help for the cultists, I guess. But we can start now working towards the replenishment rate.
It is as intricate as it is beautiful.
Alright. Oh. There we go. Alright.
The agony is to come.
Yeah, there are a few Empire factions that are just set up to fail. Yeah, Ostermark always gets shit on. Talabakland always struggles against Festus. The big one is making, like, early on I found anytime you can, like, yeah, Durthu fucks up. Durthu is pretty, yeah, like, as you guys can see here, he comes in, he, like, jumps almost immediately into where Skarsnik used to be, in this little mountain range, and almost immediately tries expanding. I've really found early on, like, any opportunity you have, like, to demand a return of, like, a settlement, do it. And honestly, what I had to do early on was kind of have a split empire. Because, you know, early on, a lot of the... that's fine. A lot of the elector counts were just getting shit on, right? And it was because of Vlad. Vlad was rolling around with his 90% ward save, just destroying everybody. And so, like, I played as Guilt, so I had my initial, like, Pieldorf and whatever other settlement that is attached to it, right? And then I just beelined for Drakenhof, you know. I just took off and got rid of him. That way, Wissenland and Sturland and the Averland or Averheim, I think it's Averland, factions would quit getting destroyed, because he was just going through and blowing them all up, basically. So I went there and took him out. So I had a split empire of Solland and Sylvania, and that kept these guys safe. And then so I was able to farm some, because they obviously liked me, so their elector count happiness with me skyrocketed. So then I just started, you know, denying confederations, and then was able to kind of come over here, deal with Durthu and the vampire counts with Kemmler, and then at that point I was able to push north, confederate Reichland, that kind of thing. It just took a little time, which I didn't like it because I am not a fan of split empires. I absolutely hate having to do that, but it ended up panning out really well. So sometimes you just have to do things that you're comfortable with, I guess, is what I learned from that campaign, to have a strong campaign. There we go.
I must haste.
Alright. Let's see.
The cults of pleasing.
Good job. Which these will take longer, because they have more of a natural resistance against demons, but
Name it, and it
it'll
shall
be all right.
The cult calls.
How many? 24 a turn. Let's keep. I don't know if they actually have any more settlements that I can. Looks like they have a few.
And it shall be done.
All right, Marathi's way over here. All right. So they don't have they only have one settlement here that's actually a foothold. Yeah, the problem with that was
Slaneshi Herald.
Noel never like that event didn't pop up for me for a while. The other issue for me too was when those events finally started popping up. I was in Sylvania, so I had to actually. Well, let's just get rid of this to save on devotees next turn. I actually had to deny it a few times because it would have given them basically a free opportunity to take my Pieldorf in my initial settlements. But yeah. All right, let's do the mentor.
How delightful.
All right, where did he's fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. And he's in like force march, so he won't come back from the dead. Suck it. All right.
How divine. We have arrived.
Good. Just leave that as it is. Good. All right. All right. Yeah. No. Do scouting. All right.
I must.
Good. Do that and money.
Depravity reigns.
All right.
Grace and cruelty.
Just keep them there for a turn.
Time to indulge.
Bring him back up and we'll deal with him there. But I do unfortunately need to adult. I was hoping to go a little longer today, but I appreciate everyone being here. I will be streaming this again tomorrow morning. I really wish I could just keep playing this campaign now. It was a little bit of a slow start because I focused very long on trying to get the Sword of Cain. But let's see who else is playing. But yeah, I'll be streaming this at 5 a.m. my time, which I guess for those who are probably familiar with Legend's schedule, it's right around the time he would start his streams. It just works for me because I have to go to work 2 hours after that, so it's just kind of convenient for me to do that. But well, we got 2 people streaming that I'm just immediately sub to. It's more demon based. So you got. I'll put in both just in case you guys want to check out more than one. But yes, being an adult definitely sucks. The first one here is for Tom, Teapot Tom, playing as Scarbrand, and the other one is Radiant Ash. She's playing as Nurgle. I don't know if it's Kugath or Festus, though, but I'm about to find out. Because it just says Nurgle, so it kind of leads that up to interpretation on who it could be. Looks like it is Nurgle. Is who she's playing as. So here is the first one. Again, is for Tom. Second one is for Radiant Ash. And again, thank you all who came from Mercy's stream. Again, I'll be streaming tomorrow, and if you can, leave a like and hit that sub button before you go. It does definitely make a huge difference for myself and for the channel. So thanks again, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Have a good rest of your weekend. Later.